I have a bit of a long form story here for you guys. Um, so there I was. Teddy's story took place in 2005, right? Or the start of it?
Ish.
Yeah, mine takes place a year later, 2006. So we can call it a sequel. Um, I was in school. I had a PlayStation 2 and a GameCube. I didn't really have a lot of other home consoles because I was still in school. Couldn't afford a whole lot. And oh man, these brand new systems were coming out. The Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. Oh, what I would give to try one of those out. Well, there was this guy that I went to school with. His name, I forgot his. We'll just call him Sean. He had just gotten a PS3. I think it was like $600. There's no way in hell my parents were gonna give me one of those things. So I hung out with Sean just to play his PS3. Yeah.
Oh,
I'd,
okay.
I'd go over his house just to check out the PS3. He had like the Ninja Gaiden game for PS3, like a few other random shooters and stuff for PS3, Burnout Paradise, I believe, too. And I'd go over there and play it. I mean, he was a cool dude, but I was mainly just like, hey, want to hang out? Then I'd go over and play his PS3. I remember one day, I was at school in the school library on the computer, not using it for school purposes, and I found a video for an upcoming release in one of my favorite franchises. So excited, I looked it up, and it was only coming to the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. I didn't have that. My parents were getting me a console, but they already told me that it was going to be the Wii, and I was excited to get the Wii, but I can't play this brand new game. So what do I do? Well, my buddy Sean has the PS3. So I say, hey Sean, check out this game. You should totally get your dad to buy you this game. It looks so cool, doesn't it? And he's like, oh yeah, man, that looks awesome. So he goes home, he tells his dad. His dad agrees. His dad buys him this game. He comes to school the next day, telling me how awesome this game is, how this game's amazing. You gotta try this game, man. I'm so excited. Oh man, I can't wait to try this out. It's gonna be the best game ever. So I run over to Sean's house after school. I go in, I say hey to his dad. We sit down to play some PS3. He pops in the game, hands me the controller, and that's when I press start on the start screen of Sonic 06.
I knew it.
Oh.
Sonic was slow, everything was buggy, the story was confusing, nothing made sense. I walked away from that experience kind of traumatized almost. I mean, here I was, a longtime Sonic fan. This game looked like it was going to be like the apex of the Sonic franchise. The cutscenes I saw online looked beautiful, and they are beautiful. But the game was terrible. Oh, I was so sad after that point. No joke. From about I did get Sonic into Secret Rings with my Wii, but for about a year I didn't play any Sonic games because I was just like, what happened? I was just like, what happened to my favorite game? And I felt so bad for Sean because here I have like, I basically convinced him to buy a $60 piece of shit, just so I could play it.
You are a terrible friend.
that's my story. Oh,
You basically used him with like friends with benefits.
basically, we didn't hang out much beyond that year, honestly.
I don't blame him for doing that.
The real question is, what was going on in Sean's head that he told you this game is amazing?
He was one of those, and he was one of those people that would like he wasn't really that good at making friends. So he was just like, he thought that I thought it was awesome. So he was like, oh yeah, dude, it's amazing. He's kind of hopping onto the, I was like, yeah, and then, it wasn't. But I remember being so like put off by that game. Even when I got a 360 and stuff and the PS3 later on, I never bought it. I only owned the game actually because one of my friends from school, Paul, gave me his copy. He was like, you're a big Sonic fan. Do you have Sonic 06? And I was like, nope. He was like, here you go. So, Paul, if you're listening, I still have your copy of Sonic 06.
It makes sense. You got your friend Sean and your friend Paul. So Sean, Paul got you the Sonic 06.
No,
Yeah,
Paul wasn't the one that I originally made buy it, but I did feel really bad about making Sean buy a copy of Sonic 06.
Yeah, for $60 too.
Yeah,
Not like years
yeah.
later when it's like dirt cheap.
For his brand new $600 PlayStation 3.
Oh man. Yeah, that is really rough actually. Holy shit.
Yeah, I remember being just like crushed because I was such a big Sonic fan, and like by that point, things hadn't gotten too out of hand. Like I think like Shadow was out in '05, and I played that, and I was like, this is weird, but it's a spin-off, you know. But like other than that, like the games were still relatively good up to that point. And then '06 happened, and I was like, ooh,
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I liked Heroes a lot.
yeah,
And Shadow the Hedgehog, it does have some bad elements to it, but also has some a little bit of good stuff in there that is somewhat enjoyable, but I wouldn't call it great. But
yeah,
compared to '06 though, I do think it is better.
yeah. '06 is just like the only thing good about '06 is the soundtrack. But,
Oh yeah, no, I love the final boss theme in that game.
but everything else is just utter garbage. So,
That comes from a weird era too of like, how would you know that the game sucked?
yeah, I didn't have constant access to the internet. Like I said, I was watching the cutscenes at school in the computer lab, just being like, "Oh, this looks amazing," new Sonic game, So it wasn't even like I could like go on and be, watch like a YouTuber be like, "Oh, Sonic 06 is the worst game ever," because that wasn't really a thing at that point in my life. So it was just like, "Oh, it's a brand new Sonic game with like new graphics. How can it be bad?" And then, my God.
Yeah, it was rushed.
So that's my story.
I think I'm kind of nostalgic for that era of not knowing and not being ultra connected for every game ever.
Oh,
That's true. I agree.
I do that with a lot of games that like I did that with The Last of Us 2. Just like I just shut off all like social media and stuff, and I'm like I'm not listening to anything about this game because I just want to play it,
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I actually did that too last month actually when I bought a new game.
Speaking of Chris, it's your turn.
All right.